Hi students, in this lecture let us discuss about class B power amplifier. Class B power amplifier of push pull connection. Okay, so why we required the push pull connection in class B power amplifier means already in the previous lecture we have discussed the operation of class B power amplifier without taking any type of the push pull connection. So we are getting one type of the drawback, that is at the output signal we are getting only positive peak but we are not getting any type of the negative peak. So to overcome the drawback only we are going for the push pull connection. So how this push pull connection will be taken and how the construction of the push pull connection will be there in the class B power amplifier, let us discuss. So again we have to recall some of the basics related for the transistor. So the symbolic representation of a NPN transistor will be represented in this form. Yes or no? NPN transistor, that is base, emitter and collector, that is this is NPN transistor. And next another type of the symbolic representation of your transistor will be PNP transistor, that is this is base, collector, emitter and that is PNP. Yes or no? This is NPN transistor and PNP transistor, but this push pull connection will be given as NPN transistor of emitter terminal is connected with the PNP transistor of emitter terminal E2. So this connection is known as push pull connection. This connection is known as push pull connection, means NPN transistor of emitter terminal E1 is connected with the PNP transistor of E2 terminal. So whenever you are making two types of the transistors, then we will get the total full cycle at the output. So that is the reason why we are going for the push pull connection of class B power amplifier. And next thing is the simple circuit design of push pull amplifier of class B operation will be given in this form. So you can see that in first Q1 we are taking NPN transistor, at Q2 we are taking PNP transistor. Okay, and next at the input side we are having some type of the transformer, and at the output side also we are having the transformer. So it is not mandatory that you should consider the transformer for the push pull connection. So you can take, it is good, or otherwise without taking any type of the transformer you can simply take the input connection and take the output connection. Okay, and next thing is, see, at the input side I am applying the total full cycle of the input signal, means I am giving the input signal from positive to negative peak. So what happened means this input signal is taken for the Q1 transistor as well as the Q2 transistor. So whenever this positive peak will get at the output in which form is by with the help of Q1 transistor, and this negative peak will be developed with the help of the Q2 transistor. So at the output we are getting the total full cycle with the same as the input signal. So this is the one type of the advantage in push pull connection. So this amplifier is known as class B push pull amplifier or class AB power amplifier. Why it is known as class AB power amplifier means, so at a time we are taking the Q1 transistor as well as the Q2 transistor, means this total circuit is also known as the class AB power amplifier. Why we are taking at a time two transistor? We want to get the total full cycle at the output. So for that reason only we are taking. But whereas only in class A operation of your power amplifier we are not getting any type of the full cycle, but we are getting only the half cycle. So that is the reason. And next thing is, already in this transformer coupled class A power amplifier we have discussed some type of the properties related for the transformer. So the same properties will be applicable here. So in the design of the class B push-pull connection of power amplifier, why we are considering the transformer means to get the high power at the output stage. So in any type of the construction design of the power amplifier, if I want to deliver more power at the output stage, so indirectly I have to construct the power amplifier with the help of the transformer only. Then only I will get the total high output at the last stage of the power amplifier. So that is the reason. And next thing is, so this transformer is known as center tap transformer. Yes or no? Already what are the properties and what are the parameters why we are taking the center transformer, you know that. And next thing is some of the mathematical connections which we are considering here means, so first one mathematical connection is in this two transistor Q1 and Q2 are taken for the full cycle of your output, where IB1 and IB2 are the two input signal generated for the center tap transformer. Okay, this is fine. And next thing is IB1 is equal to IBM sin omega t. Yes, IB2 is equal to sin omega t. So again I am going for the some of the things related for the class B power amplifier. So what in the class B power amplifier we are taking some type of the properties. Yes or no? What are those properties means to calculate the load line means, one is AC analysis and the DC analysis. So the same in the DC analysis, whenever we are taking the equation IDC, we are getting IDC is equal to I max by pi. Yes or no? Means at the output how much we are getting means, see here I am getting P in is equal to I in by V in, and next P out is equal to I in into I out into V out. Yes or no? So here P in will be your PDC, that is DC power supply, and this is your PAC. So this only we have to calculate. So here PDC means Pin. So what is the general formula of power? Power is equal to voltage into current. Yes or no? So PDC at the input side for only one transistor we have calculated. Yes or no? How much we have get? IDC is equal to I max by pi. Yes or no? IDC is equal to, we are getting for only one transistor, for Q1 transistor, IDC is equal to I max by pi. But we are taking here Q2 transistor also. So whenever taking the Q2 transistor, I will get IDC is equal to I max by pi. Means if you are taking for Q1 transistor, we are getting I max by pi. Same for Q2 transistor also I max by. Means this is I1 and this will become I2. But what changes we have to do here means, what changes, see already we have calculated power in class A power amplifier for the DC analysis. P in DC is equal to VCC into I max by pi. Means we are getting power, that is P DC is equal to VCC I max by pi. So this is only for Q1 transistor. Yes or no? So for the Q2 transistor also we are getting PDC2 is equal to VCC into I max by pi. Yes or no? So again I require total PDC. Yes or no? PDC is equal to PDC1 plus PDC2. So how much I will get here? 2 VCC I max by pi. Okay, this is the term which I am getting here. So the same thing which we have calculated for the class B power amplifier, the same thing you have to write down here, and the average power efficiency for the full cycle we are getting as, that is for the average of your full cycle, that is P in into DC is equal to 2 into VCC by I max by pi. Okay, this is about the DC. And what about the AC? In the AC we are getting which type of the thing? For the class A power amplifier we are getting P out is equal to 1 by 2 into Vrms into Irms, yes or no? But for this is half cycle. Half cycle means 1/2 is taken, but you are getting the full cycle at the output for the push-pull connection of your class B power amplifier. So no need of taking 1/2 here. Simply you have to take here, that is P out AC power is equal to 1/2 into Vrms into Irms plus 1/2 into Vrms into Irms. Means total output how much you are getting for the AC analysis, Vrms into Irms, yes or no? Means again we are simplifying how much we are getting here, Vm into Im by 2, yes or no? Vm into Im by 2. So we are calculated the total input DC power, how much we are getting, that is 2 VCC into I max by pi, and also for the AC power we are getting Vm into pi Im by 2. So again you have to substitute for the efficiency. What is the formula for the efficiency here? The maximum power is the output maximum efficiency is given by PAC by PDC into 100. But actually we have constructed the class B power amplifier into PDC by PAC into 100, yes or no? But why we are taking here AC analysis by DC analysis? Means we are getting some type of the phase shift at the output. Means the same input signal is reflected at the output signal, but the formation of your output signal is varianted in the form of the inversely proportional form. So we are taking here, that is P out AC by P in DC into 100. So what is P out AC? We are getting here VCC I max by 2, and next PDC is equal to 2 VCC into I max by pi into 100. So we are getting the total efficiency is equal to 78.5%. 78.5% means the harmonic distortion of the drawback is overcome in the push-pull connection of your class B power amplifier or class AB power amplifier. And next, what are the advantages of push-pull amplifier? Means one advantage is efficiency is more. Efficiency means in theoretical view and practical view we are getting the accurate efficiency. We are not getting any type of the less 5% or greater than 5% as usual as your class B power amplifier. And next thing is power output is more. Why the power output is more? Means already we have constructed the amplifier with the help of the transformer at the input side as well as at the output side, yes or no? So for that reason only we are getting the more power. And next thing is even harmonic distortion is eliminated, yes or no? Harmonic distortion is eliminated means any type of the distortion will not be there in the push-pull connection of your class B power amplifier, but in the according to the practical view we are having some type of the distortion. But how much distortion is occurring in the class B power amplifier, that much distortion will not occur in the push-pull connection of your class B power amplifier. And next thing is fourth advantage is no power loss is there. Power loss will be not there, means the power will not be there. And what are the disadvantages? Means the circuit design of the push-pull connection of class B power amplifier is very complicated because it is bulky and costly. And next thing is crossover distortion will be occur. So what is the crossover distortion? Means if you are giving any type of the input signal at the input side, but the same input signal will be reflected, but the change of the phase will be there. The change of the phase means I am giving the input signal from in this, that is 0 to 2 volts. Again I am calculating at the output. This is our input and I am calculating at the output. What happened? The same positive peak will be there, but what happened? This positive peak will be get more, or the positive peak will be get less. Means we are losing some data here. Why this data will be lost? Means due to the bulky connection, that is complicated connection of your push-pull connection. So for that reason only we are getting some loss here, but this loss will not be affected any type of the efficiency or any type of the parameters in the class B power amplifier. So for that reason, so the crossover distortion will be there. And next is poor frequency response. But we are telling that here the poor frequency response will be there, but poor frequency means little but the frequency stability will be decreases due to the class B power amplifier. Okay, this is the operation and the calculation efficiency of the class B push-pull amplifier. And in this push-pull power amplifier, we are having another type of the amplifier that is known as complementary and symmetry class B push-pull amplifier. Means complementary and symmetry means we are not taking any type of the transformer at the input side as well as at the output side. Means simply we are taking the connection of your Q1 transistor and Q2 transistor without any transformer. This design is known as complementary symmetry push-pull amplifier. But according to the syllabus, we are not having this type of the topic. But if you are interested, you can read this topic. Okay. And what is the operation is the same operation which we are applying here. In which region we are getting the positive peak for which transistor, and in which region we are not getting the negative peak for the which transistor, the same thing will be applicable here. No need of recalling the points. Okay, this is the simple design and the calculation part of your push-pull push-pull class B power amplifier. If you are having any doubts related to this topic, you can contact me. Thank you.